Hey everyone, welcome to week 3. Just a couple of housekeeping items. I wanted to do this announcement video for a couple of reasons. Thank you to those who reminded me to send your names over to the testing center. It's time for you all to start thinking about taking your MOS exam. The due date's not until next week, July the 2nd, but I totally forgot to send your names over, so I did that last night. So your names are over for Word and for Excel. Before you go and take that test, you should be practicing geometrics as much as possible. Please don't go and sit and take that test thinking that you're going to pass just because you did the first 3 chapters in MyLab IT. That just won't cut it, especially when you get to Excel. Now, going back to that test really fast, complete as many of the trainings as you can. There's trainings and there are exams in geometrics. I believe it's like 6 trainings, 6 exams. Do at least half of those, if not the majority of them, to really set yourself up for success. They're 50 minutes with 40 questions. That's exactly what your test is going to be like, your MOS exam. Guess what? Are you doing the math really fast like I am? That's about a minute a question. Yep, it's definitely challenging. Word isn't. It's probably the easier of the two. Excel is quite challenging. Now, with that said, I don't want you to pay for those tests. Someone had emailed me yesterday, hey, I'm going to get signed up and it's $20. No, don't pay. Don't pay. Your student fees actually paid for those. You get 3 free attempts. Below this video, I emailed you all yesterday as well in the announcements. I know someone's going to miss it, and someone's going to probably miss watching this video. But your student fees paid for your free attempts already, your 3. Most students use the first attempt on Word and they pass it. Some students, not all, but many students, it takes them 2 attempts for Excel. If you find that you've used up all 3 of your attempts, you've exhausted those, then you're going to end up paying $15.50 for another attempt, whether it's Word or Excel. Now listen, this is important. It's in the course syllabus, but I'm sure someone missed it. You will not pass this class unless you pass your Word and your Excel exam. So please be mindful of that. You really need to be successful, so take this week and all of next week and start practicing geometrics as much as possible. The bad thing about the geometrics exams or the trainings is that once you finish one, it's still there. It just doesn't change those questions. So if you're doing, let's say, training 1, and you finish it and you get to training 2, training 3, and you want to go back to training 1, well, it's still the same questions, even though you've already completed it. It doesn't change, but that's okay. You just freshen up on those skills. Use it as much as possible. 2 reasons. 1, the test, how those test questions read, it's exactly like geometrics. So you really want to take a look at geometrics thoroughly. Number 2, it helps you to build your speed up. Remember, 50 minutes, 40 questions. That's roughly a minute and a half for a question. So start thinking about your shortcuts. I didn't say that in some of my lecture videos, but think about shortcuts. What's the fastest way to save a document? It's F12 to save as, right? It's not pick up your mouse, then go to File, and then do a Save As. Start thinking about those things. In some of my lecture videos, I do give you those tidbits. They're important to watch. Do that. All right, your rough draft is due this week. That's extensive. All right, so make sure that you look at those instructions on where to post that. And I'm going to be pairing you up, and so be looking for that this week. Other than that, we're starting Excel. And that's definitely a little challenging, but I know you've got this. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm around all week. I'm in the office a couple of days this week. In fact, I'll be in the office next week for a couple of days as well if someone wanted to schedule an appointment with me. We also have open labs over here, so if you wanted to come in and we could do some homework together. I didn't get a chance to tell you that before, so we can do that together. Be mindful about emailing me. I keep getting emails. Don't do that. I actually set my out of office for my emails. I look at emails when I come to campus, and that's once or twice a week. So go into Blackboard and use the Ask Dr. Barnes a question tab, please. and it's good for all of us. It's just another form of learning. Other than that, I can't think of anything. Print this out and use it as your checklist as you go. You don't want to miss anything. I don't take late assignments. The reason why is because it's all open except for week 8, which by the way it will be. Now, last quick thing. I'm doing grades this week. Please make sure that you take a look at all of your grades and make sure that everything's coming over from My Lab IT and syncing back into Blackboard, and that there isn't anything missing. Please don't wait until week 8 to tell me, hey, Dr. Barnes, back in week 1. Don't do that to me. I'm going to actually be busy all summer just like you are. We all have lives outside of CWI. So just be mindful. You got to meet me halfway on this. I do make mistakes. It's rare, but I do make them. So just be mindful of that. All right, guys, you're all rocking this. Everything's going to be all right. Just be a good manager of your time, and you're going to be very successful in this course. Let me know if you've got questions. You know what to do.